Hello everybody! It is us. So we heard that there is like this big game coming out, Half-Life 3, so we decided to play it just to give you guys our first impression. No.
We are obviously talking about Baldurs Gate, as you probably already know from the title and from the description, and also because that's what everybody's talking about.
Yes, so we decided to give it a go and give you guys our first impressions, because we work in the RPG industry. We make those games, not the video games. We make the pen and paper games. So we figured you might enjoy our insight and me bitching about D&D for 30 minutes on end. Now you should see also the game footage on the screen. We're not gonna restart the entire recording because
we're not.
Yeah, there's gonna be something else in the back. Yes, so let's start a new game. There is already a game started because I already went and familiarized myself with the mechanics.
Let's start with the default difficulty system.
Default is the best because the fights are still challenging and it's interesting and you get no quarrel. Like I died in the tutorial. I saw brains in jars and I started smashing them. I died. So.
Of course you did. Also, the Explorer, the easiest difficulty system, also brings in some simplifications to the mechanics of the general system underneath. So, for example, you can't multi-class, and I like my options. So,
yeah, so we are going with balance because I think it's fine, and also we are just going to give you guys our impressions and stuff.
Impressions.
So yeah, this game is generally based on the D&D 5e. I'm looking at the camera, Maggie. It's based on D&D 5th edition, and however, there has been many changes made to make the game actually run smoother on the computer and actually run smoother, because if you play D&D 5e, then you know that there are some snags every now and again that are going to prevent you from enjoying the game unless you homebrew, and you can't really do that in a video game. So
I'm gonna put a counter of Jakub talks smack about D&D.
Okay, let's just get this straight. While we are watching the intro, let's just make this straight. It's not that I don't like D&D. I personally I'm more of an D&D second edition fan, but fan. I'm more of any other game fan. But it's not that I dislike D&D. It's just that I think it tries to go for everything at the same time with the spaghetti at the wall approach, so none of its lore and settings and stuff like that are actually engaging and deep. It's wide as the ocean, deep as the paddle kind of a situation, except for a couple of settings like Spelljammer, like, oh my god, I love it, look at those guys, I just wanna lick them. And maybe this is the wrong moment to say it, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Spelljammer is amazing, and I would love them actually fleshing it out and make it into a deep, engaging, full setting. But the thing about D&D is that it's trying to capture everything in its lore, so it does none of it good, and the things that it does good, it does shallow. And as for the game mechanics themselves, they are going for being simple in the 5th edition, but at the same time getting lost in minutiae. So they achieve nothing of their stated goal. Like the game, yes, it's playable, it's fun, but don't reset tutorials. I'm your tutorial. But generally, the thing about D&D is that it is a combat game that tries to refocus itself into a role-playing game that tries to build the 3 pillars of gameplay, like the exploration, combat, social. But it is basically a combat simulator that then tries to evolve into other things, but also doesn't try to oversimplify anything, and then tries to be easy to approach, while also getting lost in the details of facets of minutiae. So in the end, you actually do have a lot to learn in this game so it's not that easy, and it's like this kind of in the middle lowest common denominator state, where it basically floats thanks to marketing. And while I don't dislike the game per se, I can't say that there is any mechanic in it that I particularly like. It works, but it's not cool. If you know what I mean. It doesn't have the spark for me. So yeah, I'm not going to be overly critical about it, but I have to say that Baldurs Gate 3, from those couple of hours that I played it, fixes many of those problems, and the D&D mechanics in the game are actually hella fun. So that's the thing. I'm even excited to roll that stupid D20, and I hate D20 mechanics. I have a personal vendetta against them, and if I could hunt down every D20 in the world and remake it into a D10, I would. So if somebody does that to you, when you wake up suddenly and your D20s are D10s, you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Anyway, that's enough of this rant. We are probably gonna cut it in half anyway. Let's start the game. So, who do you wanna play?
Well,
I'm gonna sneak down and take my water. Yeah. Okay.
well, you know me. I want to play somebody who is going to be very versatile and probably my sneaky mage type. I know my ways around the 5th edition D&D, so I'm assuming that it's not going to be too complex, but please tell me, why are there origin characters?
Oh yeah, origin characters, as far as I could ascertain, because I read about it on Reddit because I'm a maniac, and also checked them out myself a little bit. Generally they're like pre-made characters that have their own personalities and stated goals and personal quests that you can play as. They are the canonical characters in the game. And you can also make your own one. So I personally, in my own playthrough, play the Dark Urge, not because I like his quest the most, but because it's the one origin character that you can also customize. So he's like the middle of the road, and Paralysis Analysis is my middle name. Analysis Paralysis is my middle name. So I couldn't decide what character to make, because I couldn't decide, do I want to play an origin character that has their own shtick, or do I want to play my own personalized character. So I went for this guy because you can change everything about him. But he's apparently also a complete psychopath. But that's something that you can resist, because that's his Dark Urge. Ooh. So it's very super edgy, but I took this guy for my own playthrough because I could change his character, race, class, and everything else. And also still have my personal quest, so I have my cake and I eat it too. But
are the rest of the origin characters available as companions?
Yes, yes. You get the other origin characters in the game as companions, and you can participate in their quest and help them. So even the author of the game themselves say that you should start with a custom character for your first playthrough. I went with the Dark Urge because I'm the worst. I was literally bugging Anna for 3 days while playing Deus Ex, thinking about what kind of Baldur's Gate 3 character to make, because I couldn't decide.
I just hope that none of them is as annoying as Imoen.
Okay, I've so far met a bunch of them, and none of them are annoying.
That's great, because as much as I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet,
hey, it's me, Imoen!
I have played all the other D&D and Advanced D&D games so far, as well as Larian's Divinity Original Sin.
I haven't.
So it's not like it's my new experience of playing computer RPGs. I've been doing it all my life, just not this one. So let's see.
Yeah,
Let's gonna start with picking a race, because that's what we do. And I see they brought in a mix of both races.
Yes, and everybody gets dark vision
subspecies.
except for humans.
Ah, of course they do.
Yeah. So generally, humans have the advantage of being able to use most equipment in this game, as opposed to just being the general versatile D&D thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't think they get any special additional perks or anything, but they do have the
human versatility.
Oh yeah,
as
they
always.
do. They do. I can't read.
They get an additional skill to be proficient in.
There you go. Yeah. Skills are actually important. I personally went with Gitianki because I like Spelljammer. Like that's like the only thing I always constantly compliment about D&D is Spelljammer, because it's my jam. So I went with Gitianki. So we should maybe you want to go with somebody else. Most of the races have their own sub-races. Like if you're a drow, you can be a drow with an emo hairstyle and a drow that didn't work Spider-Man 2. So
well, we both know that I'm going with an elf.
Yeah.
So.
There is high elf and wood elf to choose from. Just go to the sub-race below, on the left.
On the left.
Yeah, right there. It's like the stop down. So you get a firebolt for free as a high elf, and you get to have additional movement as a wood elf.
Well, I am going for this more of a sneaky type of a magician, so I'm going to go with the wood elf and enjoy the exact same thing I'm always doing in Skyrim.
Works. So yeah, you have a bunch of classes. I said so long on that. I never play RPG games with me. I am with me as a player because I am going to take forever to make a character, and after a session I'm gonna want to change my mind.
Yes.
And then again, and again, and again, and again, and again. I am the worst.
Which is why I'm always advising people like that to play a druid, because that way, just like in many MMORPGs, you get to respec between being a DPS or a healer or a tank or any other role you can basically fit in.
There is a druid.
I know there is a druid, and I am highly considering getting a druid, because you know I love my wild shape.
Then do it.
Then I'm gonna, because I do not have problems with making choices.
Okay, then the next one you have cantrips.
Cantrips, yes. What do we have?
Basically, the spells from D&D have been generally improved to actually not be wonky. So they are decisive and they are doing their thing, and they each have their own characters, so far as I could have seen on the low levels that I've played already. Because as many RPG games, D&D has this problem where the creators come up with a cool idea, and then they want to realize it, and then they start playtesting and realizing it's OP, so then they backscale it, and then they sometimes make it so that it just doesn't work at all, or is super nerfed, like hey, True Strike, anybody. Like Pathfinder first and second edition has this problem to a massive extent, when you can, get a +1 to kissing a maiden under the full moon, but only if there is a Tesco within half a kilometer. So D&D 5th edition is less egregious in that regard, but the tabletop system does have this problem with a couple of spells, which as far as I can tell haven't spotted in this game. Even True Strike is useful in DG3, like holy crap. Like, I did not think it's possible, and yet the developers did it, so hats off to you. You made True Strike interesting. Okay. Useful. Sometimes. Maybe. But it's still 100% improvement.
Alright.
Okay, so what cantrips did you take?
The default cards were Shillelagh and Thornwhip, but I abhor being in melee, so I'm switching to the most OP cantrip ever in this game, which is Guidance. And Produce Flame, because setting things on fire is fun.
Alright,
I made my choices quickly.
Yeah, I haven't actually looked at the backgrounds, because I don't know what they do, because I started my playthrough as the Dark Urge, so I couldn't choose the background, because my background was just play it yourself, it's very interesting.
Well, seeing as I'm trying to put together a rather sneaky kind of a character, and probably dumps charisma as usual, which is not the preferred playstyle in Baldur's Gate 3, but I have my choices. So I think I'm gonna go with the Urchin, so I can have Sleight of Hand and Stealth, and I'm gonna fill in all the magical requirements I have.
The loading screen tooltip tells you that Sleight of Hand is the best way to make money, as long as you don't get caught. And I don't know if they're telling you this so you can afford the game, or are they giving you a tip for how to play the game.
Right. Abilities.
Yeah, in this case you can use the recommended, or just make your own ones.
Yeah, and I'm gonna, because I hate playing characters that are...
Yeah, just there is a +2 and +1 bonus that you can assign, so they work in columns, and just pick.
Yes,
I
can see. Well, I'm going to need my dexterity rather high, and I am planning to step away from people, so my constitution can be a bit lower, and my dexterity can be a bit higher.
I went into the game expecting high charisma to be the most useful spells, and I dumped intelligence and wisdom. It actually was not a very good idea.
Well, the issue is that you would generally prefer to have all of the stats
at 18.
No, as even numbers, because that way I get 2 at +2, and that way this is +2 and this is +1. So I guess I'm gonna go with the recommended. I'm going to enjoy my wisdom and raise it as soon as I can. Skill proficiencies: Sleight of Hand, Stealth, Nature, Animal Handling and Perception. okay with that, because
sure.
I am planning to talk to every single squirrel I will encounter.
You have options to talk to many things, including brains in jars.
I know.
And all you have to left is preparing spells.
Preparing spells and also changing how I look, because
Yeah, and
there are reasons. Ice knife, no thank you. Cold damage is generally okay, but I don't really like missing with my spells.
no, the cool thing about I noticed, and you're gonna notice too when you start playing, is that there is actually a lot of things that you can do in this game that has to do with environmental damage. So, like for example, there is like this oil spill. So every now and again you can set on fire, or water that you can freeze with ice damage, and so you can shove somebody off a cliff and stuff like that, which is really cool. Like in one of my combats, I took my teeth and I jumped him on top of a cliff or a barrel or something, and just started sniping everybody, then hiding behind that thing after every turn, so I didn't even get touched. So that was really cool.
Fair enough. Yes, so I think my original loadout is going to be Cure Wounds, because somebody has to, and Tangle, because controlling enemies' positioning is good.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Speak with animals, because I cannot stop myself, and Fairy Fire to make...
Speaking of animals, our dog is in the yard, so she doesn't stomp around. I'm just checking if she went on an adventure or stayed there.
She did stay there, and I'm just going to make other people easier to hit. But as I already have produced flame, I do have something to work with me. Okay, so...
Proceed or edit appearance.
Well, let's see if we can get something that I like, because I cannot be bothered to record a video in which I'm spending 50 hours choosing the beard color. Good enough.
Oh, your character has lines, but they aren't voiced, so you can enjoy Anna speaking with tomorrow's voice in this video and during dialogue.
Let's proceed.
And, oh yeah, Guardian is kind of a thing that allegedly you have to choose. I haven't yet encountered this in my game, but they say you're gonna see her in your dreams or something.
Fair enough.
So, and also you're gonna have a narrator that's gonna talk to you, and you're gonna have me, the evil goblin that tells you to break jars.
Then I think I already have a guardian. Well, let's just venture forth.
Yeah, and that's the second part of the intro.
Oh no, somebody
like,
put
I like
a...
Spelljammer.
But somebody just put a leech in my eye.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
thing should have a gore wording. I don't like having leeches in my eyes. I mean, I haven't really experienced that, but
Yeah,
it seems unpleasant.
I would imagine it isn't the best feeling in the world. But hey, at least if you stay that way, you get to be unedited. So you get to fly around in an ammonite.
And no more butt hair days.
They do have butt hair days.
I wish I didn't know that.
Anyway, the intro is pretty cool, though. They use a Wilhelm scream, and I can't.
Do they?
Yes, like in this very intro, in a couple of seconds. And I personally can't do not understand how people use Wilhelm scream and also expect to be taken seriously and have their story have tension and stakes and serious moments. There you go. Like,
You're right, it pains every time.
yeah, it's like at this point the whole thing is just Mel Brooksian comedy that pretends to be a serious story, and nothing's ever gonna change that. But look at this thing; it's so pretty. Why
It
would
is very nice.
like Spelljammer is? I personally think the best idea the creators of D&D ever had, and they should have absolutely leaned in more into it and make this a big thing. Because look at this; it's so cool.
I know it is your preferred way of playing.
Yes.
I hope we do get to play
Yes.
a campaign like that one day. Well, he sure has opinions, and that's a big fall.
But he's not Humpty Dumpty.
No, but I can't imagine falling on top of a dragon would feel any better than falling on top of water.
Maybe he has suspended or something, so cushion the fall.
Yeah, that dragon sure looked very comfortable.
How cool is that?
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's why I keep like saying that Spelljammer is the one reason to make me play D&D 5th edition as opposed to any other systems. Or any other edition, really, because I don't think the Spelljammer release for 5th edition was that good of a revamp. I haven't seen it, but I heard bad things about it, so don't take my opinion as having any value in the matter. Because I haven't read the 5th edition Spelljammer.
I keep forgetting it exists.
I don't, because Spelljammer, so it's always in the back of my mind somewhere.
All the time.
I was actually excited for a D&D book for once, like for an entire 5 minutes. Like, not because I hate D&D, I just don't play it, so
Well, I did quite a bit in my earlier days of not living in the middle of nowhere. And I liked it, but admittedly most of the fun comes from the homebrew settings and the fun you have with your friends. So
yeah, which is true for any RPG setting.
So I am hoping that...
Except Fatal. Because if you have friends who play Fatal, then... I'm sorry. We have to cut. I'll be back.
Jakub had to run away to rescue a dog who was in no who was definitely not in any kind of trouble except for, I don't know, a passive squirrel or a neighbor.
A neighbor.
A neighbor.
Yeah.
Ah, welcome back, darling. The intro just ended.
Yeah, and it's not like the dog would like actually go and hurt somebody. She just barks because she can't go and lick them.
She is a very friendly dog, but her barks are very wolfy and people get scared.
Anyway, the game starts. You're in a pod.
I see I'm in a pod.
Yeah,
That is a common experience.
in this house.
The game we do play the most does have some traveling pods.
It does, yes. It's maybe soon gonna be published. I haven't finished it yet.
Ooh, my head. A
Yeah.
nursery.
Yeah,
Let's avoid that.
Yes, I was breaking everything. Which you can do by pressing Ctrl and clicking, and then you can break things.
That's great. Well, our job is to escape the Nautiloid. Because I've been abducted by mind flayers. Ew, parasites.
Yeah.
I'm having all kinds of squeaks about it.
Yeah, if you look at the bottom, you have like keyboard shortcuts for jumping,
Yes.
crouching, shoving, and stuff like that.
I wonder how far I can jump.
It's gonna show you, and it's gonna actually show you where you're gonna stand where you're jumping. So it's like really cool. I really like this mechanic, and
This is so neat.
Yeah, it is. And it's gonna when you shove somebody, it's gonna show you where you're gonna shove them and stuff like that. It's
And
really
I
cool.
use jump.
Yeah.
What we can hide. And I don't want to draw any attention. So I will not.
This is the pool that
Ew.
thing came from. The parasite.
I do not like
Yeah.
creepy things.
Touch it, lick it. Yeah, and that's
Let's
the dice mechanic. In
investigate.
the, like,
Okay.
I didn't think you have to click the dice.
But I didn't want to click the dice. I wanted to click the text.
Okay.
Okay, 13.
Yeah, you won. You
I
don't have to
did.
click it again. It was just some sort of lag.
The casing is
Ooh,
fragile.
but there's still more leeches
Slightest
inside.
touch could cause it to crumble.
Lick it.
Eh,
Yeah.
it's not my fingers that are gonna touch it. Ow!
No.
Oh shit. Should have heeded the warning.
Yeah, if you touch those blue tentacles on the top left, it's gonna heal you.
These?
Yeah.
Well, I do have 9 out of 10 hit points, so...
I died in a tutorial.
Of course you did.
Still be stuck inside if we hadn't been
Okay, is there any kind of visual aid?
Yes, you move around with your camera with your regular SADs. If you hold Alt, it's gonna highlight things for you.
It does not.
Um,
Was it controlled?
I don't know. Control is a forced action, so you're gonna force attack something. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it is Alt, but like
Maybe the other one.
no, just like this one. But maybe there is nothing that is there to be picked up, so you can just get some flavor text for talking with those mind pods. And yeah, if you touch the tentacle, it's gonna heal you. It's useful because, as I say, I died in a tutorial. I mean, just so we're clear, I also died in the tutorial in My Little Pony Friendly Adventures. Like, if there is a game where you can't die in a tutorial, I will.
Fire. I'm gonna assume not to touch it.
Yeah, that little anus over there is the door.
I mean, it is technically a sphincter, so I can't even argue. Ugh.
I like Spelljammer.
I know you like Spelljammer, although I...
Yeah, my idea for a first date movie is The Thing. Just so... I actually... Oh, yes, tell them that story. Oh, no.
I am not going to, you will.
Okay. So, yeah, on our first meeting where Anna traveled the entire world to meet a stranger, and, it turned out that the stranger is me. So my idea for a first date movie with us was the voices with what's his face? Steven Reynolds or whatever, Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Yes, I have the worst.
Okay, how do I simply investigate things?
You can't really investigate that.
Oh.
It's a character, but you can
Okay.
punch it in the face.
I don't wanna punch it in the face. I'm instead
Sitting on a chair.
On a viscous chair.
Yes. Now your butt is wet.
I'm sure it is. Just not the correct type. So yeah, we ended up watching The Voices, and nothing better than a movie about psycho serial killer that's completely unhinged to show your date on the first night that she visited you for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have no idea what was in the tablet. Aha.
1,000 years of
Amazing. Can I steal the Eldritch tablet?
No.
dwarves, humans, and
Or yes.
flash behind your eyes.
I am stealing everything.
Yeah.
That is my place.
Yeah, Anna is the kind of person who plays Skyrim and picks up every single piece of linen.
Yeah. Because I can sell them and make tons of money that I will have literally nothing to spend on.
Oh, you can also rotate your camera with
can I?
Q and E and zoom it in and out. And there is a brain you can talk to here if you click at the guy. Yeah. This is where I died because I started breaking those jars and they have acid in them and I trapped myself on this platform full of acid and I died.
I am... Tentacle Aquarium.
Yeah, I broke that big jar and it's apparently full of oh no, they are trapped. Brains are trapped.
Yeah.
Free the brains.
I...
The brains.
No, I'm not
them.
gonna lick the brain. Stop this. This
I
is
like
so
body
icky.
horror.
I hate
So
body
amazing.
horror. Yeah. Well, at least I know it's not practical effects.
That's true.
Every time we watch a horror movie, Jakub is just going, "This is a practical effect. This is a practical effect. I wish that was a practical effect." Also, I love my...
I like traditional effects in movies.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please.
Yes, lick it.
They return.
Who am I talking to, a man or a brain? Well, this is kinda insensitive.
I mean, technically, you're always talking to a brain.
Yeah.
The enemy. So many enemies. Remove us from this body.
You're gonna have a friend brain.
Free us. Please.
I'm going to start by actually seeing what's up with this. Okay, not too bad.
Or do you have to click on it again? I don't think I do.
Maybe it's in the options. Maybe it's
Maybe.
changeable.
You notice
Oh no, there's edema.
a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of
Swelling.
the skull.
I'm good at wisdom. I can
Go for it.
try.
Yeah,
Oh, I have an advantage.
yeah. That means you can roll twice. And on the bottom it shows you the bonuses you're getting. So you rolled a 12 plus 3, so a total of 15.
Yes.
It's the D20 mechanics are simple, and but it's not the reason I don't like them. I don't like them because they're hella swingy, and you can be super good at something and still fail.
I know, but this
And
is so satisfying.
it is very
Clicking on the
satisfying.
dice is so satisfying.
It is. But the swinginess and the lack of like control options for the D20 mechanics just makes it, you know, my least favorite option for the RPG mechanics.
But you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature.
Okay, I have moral objections.
Sentient, should it prove
Mutilate the brain. Mutilate the brain. Yeah. Put a screwdriver in its ear and go like,
No, I have moral objections
Uh.
against mutilating creatures.
Well, I'm the evil goblin in your ear. Ploink. This is amazing. I love it.
I am putting so many warnings on this video.
I wish my brain had feet.
Our freedom is ours. Friend.
Maybe it does, you haven't seen it yet.
creature
Maybe.
pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
I mean, I do know what those creatures are in the canon and they ain't good, but I'm willing to be trapped. Let's ask its name. That sounds communist.
Hmm.
We are us.
Yes, this is the future hungry Santa wants for humanity.
Oh no, it can communicate with other
As
brains.
though querying an
Technically, we all do.
advisor.
But I don't wanna.
Hear it.
Technically, we all don't.
Survive here. We are needed to navigate.
Okay.
We are needed
Well, I am going to be
down.
fooled. But the cool thing is,
The brain wants a helm.
To the helm we go.
everybody should wear a helm. Honestly,
Especially if
If you're
all you have is brain.
if all you have is a brain, you really... What's this mind sanctuary?
And that you can break it and it has acid in it and you'll die.
Oh. Yeah, no, I have better things to do.
Yeah, then you can get back to the elevator and go down. The other one, this one's broken. I don't know. Aha, you left your brain.
Hey, what now? What now, us?
Well, let's see if he figures it out. He's a brain.
Oh, he did! Okay, so...
Yeah,
Is that the way out?
yes, you just have to rotate the camera to see the corridor.
I keep forgetting it's
Yeah,
possible.
and press F5 because the game crashes every now and again, and that's the quick save.
Okay, well, obvious.
Yeah, so, you know, save often, save frequently. Just lay down on the F5 key and that's it.
There are dragons.
Yeah, you're gonna have to kill a dragon now.
No, I
I'm kidding,
cannot.
I'm kidding.
I don't want to kill dragons. I like dragons. But who, my hairstyle really doesn't fit the vibe.
Well, you random selected it.
I know, but I would have chosen it on my own anyway. Oh no, it's the lady with the leech in her eye.
Yes, that's one of the characters you can play, but also a companion.
Abomination. This is your end.
You're stealing,
I do love having this narrator. I know it's
Yeah.
a common thing in all the D&D and other games like that. Like Neverwinter Online even had it.
Flash of
But it's neat.
through the strange
Yeah.
woman's eyes.
I'm gonna be making a Githyanki friend.
Yeah?
You are no thrall.
I always wanted a Githyanki friend.
Gift blesses me this day.
Well, you start the game in hell.
Together, we might
So
survive.
who's a better companion to have on the way?
Well, pa. So intense. It's almost like living with Jakub.
Only chance of survival.
Lick the brain.
First, we exterminate
I also say stuff like exterminate the imps.
helm
That's
and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Oh, this is so ugly. Not because of the game, it's just ugly.
well,
But hey, this might be the first time that the imps actually look like
yeah.
an important character. Okay, what do we have? We have
You have
clothes, we
options,
have hiding.
If you look at the top, that's your initiative counter. If your people have the same initiative, then you can select who you are playing as first by clicking on one of the portraits. Otherwise, they go from left to right.
Come
Fair enough.
Can't stay idle.
What does Lazel have?
Yeah, the big thing
Strengths,
is all your
rations.
skills and stuff. You get additional options from weapons you're carrying, and you don't have to switch between ranged and melee weapons separately. You just have all the options unlocked. And the smaller option is your spells, and the smallest options is your hotkey for the inventory, so you can drag stuff from the inventory there. And
Oh, neat. Well, we're gonna start by setting up some...
What now?
Isn't Angle only working?
10 turns, it says.
10 turns, okay. So I am going to set it
I
up.
would personally set it on the ones that are further away, because your Gitianki friend is probably gonna kill the one that's closest to you.
I don't know how strong they are.
They have 6 hit
6
points.
hit points, fine.
Yeah, so the thing that I like about Baldur's Gate 3 more than I liked about Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 is that there is no this silly real-time combat with active pause, because I just hate it. It's just such a mess. Turn-based is the way to go.
Indeed, and I am going
You
to...
are run out of actions, you still have movements.
Yes, I spent my action. I still have a bonus action, but I have nothing to do with it. So
Yeah, you
I
can
am
just-
just going to do the
Hide behind
Thing.
your tank, yeah,
hide behind my tank.
and nick the brain. You
I
can also
will
shove
not-
you can also shove your allies, by the way.
Interesting.
So you can use your so for example, if you would go closer to what's her face, Lazel or whatever, you could shove her towards the imp so she doesn't have to waste movement to attack it.
Another
Like
fight.
yeah,
Interesting. Let's try.
yeah,
Ha! I
You should-
managed with
Yeah.
25% chance.
yeah. And now she's a little bit closer. It's not particularly useful in this scenario.
gonna hate me?
No. I'm just showing you that it's an option, so you can absolutely shove your allies around and shove terrain around and stuff like that, and shove enemies off cliffs.
Neat.
And pommel strike is a bonus action, so you can still use it if you have somebody to pommel with. So you can run up to another one and just pommel them if you want, or you can jump to a better position.
I
Yeah, you can pommel
do
this
have
guy.
plenty of movement.
Yeah, and you can pommel this guy, and he's gonna be stunned or something.
Oh no, he saved.
So he's not gonna be stunned or something. I would personally put the brain next to the other imp so he doesn't attack your fragile main character. But you do you.
I wonder
I-
if there's something that I can gain from putting my brain in blood. So
I have no idea. Terrain things I think have tooltips, I'm not quite certain.
okay.
And end turn when ready.
Gonna end turn.
You have to end turn with all your
Oh.
characters because they have separate initiatives. You could just move all of them because they
Fair
rolled
enough.
they rolled the same thing.
Fair enough.
See, and that way they, shoot the brain, which is expendable because who needs brain? Yeah, you can, for example, that imp is right at the edge of a chasm. You can take the brain, for example, and shove. Does the brain have the option to shove? No, it doesn't.
No, it's just a brain. It doesn't have hands.
But it has feet.
Well, I am going to
No choice but to keep going.
do this.
Whatever that was.
Well, I cast a spell. Oh, and now I would need another action to actually use it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's less than ideal. So I guess I'm going.
Yeah,
to...
I don't know if why there is an option to dip in this game. I haven't found any chips yet, or even tacos, but
We're gonna bleed out this imp quickly. Steal whatever handouts it had. And move up to here.
yeah, I told you she picks up everything. Everything.
Oh,
Sometimes
wow.
I find her in the apartment just rummaging through the clothes and stealing forks. Why are there forks in the clothes?
Well,
She's a
probably
Skyrim
because
player.
probably because I live with people who leave stuff everywhere, and it's not about him.
Yeah, I don't pick up loot.
Let's attack this.
There you go.
Thank you. I done nothing.
Yeah, and you can also select a different character if, for example, you would like your double click to pick up or take that skull. That's right. Yeah, if you want, for example, your warrior to lead the party, you can click her picture and then she's.
Ah, whatever.
Not now. We must go to the helm.
Maybe.
Control over the
I don't
ship.
know. You don't know
you have
my
to click
life.
her portrait and then and see now she is the character that leads the party. So whenever a combat starts, she's gonna be first.
Nice.
Yeah, the road ahead is behind the trolley. Yeah.
Yes.
Rotating the camera helps seeing where you're going.
I keep forgetting about its existence because it wasn't there in Baldur's 2. Do we want to heal?
Yeah, the brain is damaged.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to check
Yeah.
if it heals everybody or do I have to interact.
You can lick those tentacle vines on the wall. And yeah, do you want to check your inventory maybe? Yeah, you have inventory and it works as follows. Like the character that you have selected, it opens their inventory and picks up everything. But if you want to give something to another character, you can just drag it on their portrait on the left and it's gonna give it to them. I'm not sure if it actually counts how far you have to be from that, which is very convenient because, very similitude in games, both video games and tabletop is an important thing, but I personally think it shouldn't overshadow fun. Like, it shouldn't overshadow the actual game. Like, if something becomes a tedious nuisance, then even if it is realistic and that's how it would work, then it's a pain in the ass and you don't want that in your game, because life is already a pain in the ass. Yes, touch that sphincter, speaking of.
I don't wanna touch
Lick it.
sphincters.
I would also...
Now you know how my life is.
I don't tell you to lick sphincters all day.
You get there yourself.
Yeah, you have more healing and you can interact with that pod over here. There is some...
Touch nothing.
That's also me in the morning.
But he's totally unresponsive.
Also, I love how the NPC was just telling me to touch nothing as I was already touching everything.
Yes, you have a...
Okay, I have sigils.
You failed an Arcana check.
I would. Well, so we have something, aggression, and something. I am very,
Yeah.
very smart, but maybe a different character can do. Ooh.
Madness. Annihilate.
Well, with the...
Maybe the brain can make sense of it.
I love how the brain is actually marked up as... Oh, he's just a
no.
minion, so
Yes.
he cannot... Okay.
Not use that.
Well,
There is other stuff in this room, you can always return here in a second. On the left, for example. On the right is the way you have to go. You have the waypoint to follow on the minimap, but obviously nobody's gonna...
one?
Yeah, the thing I like about the waypoint showing you which sphincter to touch in this game is generally the fact that it's not obtrusive. I haven't noticed it's there in 2 hours.
Faint images.
If you just left click it, it's gonna do the auto thing.
Give Yankee
yeah, but I also wanted to
and
take it.
centuries of darkness.
Can anybody pick locks?
No, but you can find a key to that in a second. And you are gonna... You need thieves tools to pick locks.
I don't have.
Yeah, if you go to the left, there is a thing that you're missing that's very important.
The one that's shown me more, yes. I have a dark mind. So nothing new.
Yeah, a little further on. I think that's the red thing that has swirly bits. Yeah, that's the thing you haven't noticed.
No, I've seen it
Oh, okay,
lit
then.
up on the thing. I just...
Dormant.
He did.
I'm not gonna kick something just to jumpstart it.
The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first. Then you spy an empty socket.
Eh.
Nothing.
Even when you kick it.
The
Even
console
when I
remains
kick it.
dormant.
It's one of the riders of the apocalypse. Consoles that remain dormant even when you kick them.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing.
You would probably want to actually interact with that pod though. Not with the tunk.
Life flickers in his eyes. But
See?
he seems
Yeah, that's the... I told you you'd notice it.
No, I noticed it on the minimap because it was
okay.
glowing, but I always check those things last.
Ah, fine.
I know
I
this
thought
chick.
I thought you missed it.
No, I always just go to see everything before I go to see the thing that the game wants me to do, which means that I am mostly running around and not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, whatever. Do you think I actually read that conversation? No, because I was
Ship
checking.
is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
I will. I honestly don't know what I was supposed to be doing, so tell me, because I wasn't listening in the first place.
I played a Gitianki, so I just opened the console. I don't know how to open it when you are not a Gitianki, but you can interact with it again, I suppose.
This one?
Yeah, and there is also the other door that has plenty of stuff in there. Look for a
The
switch to
console
release.
appears dormant.
Yes, an empty socket, I already know that.
Mechanisms are completely unrecognizable.
Yeah, you have to go
at
to the other
first.
room in there then, probably.
You spy an
Where?
Yeah, not the other one. This is one, yeah. I don't know, I'm sure you'll figure it out. I just opened it
Never.
because I picked the Gitianki, so
So I have a Gitianki in the team, can I just use her?
probably. I don't know if you can do that to open the console specifically.
Well, let's see what's here. Blood.
Stuff.
Dead trolls.
That's the key to the chest in the previous room.
It's gonna make life easier.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
dazed woman is trapped inside the pod.
More brains in jars. I don't know what the brains in jars are for. I haven't played the game that far yet.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected.
Cage.
So you just turn this poor civilian into an EDT in the pod, but the corpse ahead
did.
has stuff in it.
I did.
Preserve me.
It's nice to experience world.
Fate.
Yeah,
Arun. Okay, a component of a bigger machine. Fair enough?
yeah. This one, we can unlock the controls next to the pod. So that's how you open it when you are actually have to do the quest rather than cheating.
Yes.
Not this one. This just has a mind flayer.
Yes,
in it.
but I needed to witness the consequences of my action.
Stares at you.
Alright.
Because I turned the poor woman into an illithid. Which is what they were about to do to me. Because things.
But maybe she liked it.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Insert room into
console
socket.
appears
Yes.
dormant.
Put stuff in sockets.
The console hums to life. But what is its purpose?
I have no arcana, so.
Yeah, but you can still take a check and it's just not gonna have a bonus. So it's fiddy.
Fiddy. Ha! Natural 20.
Noise.
I'm smart.
It's a critical success.
I'm smart. The dice decided I am.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform.
I like
Perhaps it
playing
might
the
be
smart
nearby
character.
pod.
But I made myself a character with barely passable intelligence, so
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna be smart by accident.
the cool thing about the video game, as opposed to the tabletop, is that it's harder to actually gimp your character. It's not impossible. I did it.
Sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
You have better rolls than I do.
Yeah, that's usually what happens when we play together.
Okay, this is the bottom of the reason why I don't like the 20 mechanics. I have bad rolls.
Feel the biomechanical brain of the
That's
console
all there is to it.
process your command.
And a lot of rationalizations.
Yes.
Shiver runs across your mind.
Okay, we have opened a pod.
Sated.
Let's rescue this poor companion.
Too late, Schiferen had a concussion. You didn't catch her in time. You failed your...
I might not be the best friend ever. I never claimed I am.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches
Oh right, all the Githyanki versus Shadowlands.
Wariness,
I know nothing of
because
this.
you have a gith with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Okay, let's just move on. Because we've been recording for 50 minutes.
Yeah. We're gonna
Finish the
we're gonna
intro.
finish it at an hour, then we're gonna cut it to some decent size, and then we will see. So yeah,
Also, I will be going through this game again on my own, so
and-
I'm just willing to skip.
so yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the dingy bell button or whatever, and lick the sphincter and stuff. And also check out our Patreons who are supporting us and being really nice.
Jakub's very bouncy because he's sitting on a
Yes,
ball.
I sit on a ball. This is like, I replaced my computer chair with a rubber ball, and honestly, I am not returning to chairs ever again. This is the most fun ever. And also so much better for your, you forget the chest. And also so much better than, sitting on your chair the entire day and like writing for 15 hours a day.
Ooh, onyx.
It
Onyxes
is.
are nice. I really like onyxes.
Yeah, speaking of onyxes, Anna just wrote a Geologist Primer, a book that you can check out, link in the description. Lick the sphincter.
You are making it so gross. It already was a gross entry point, and you made it worse.
Yes. So yeah, guys, if you liked us playing Baldur's Gate 3 and wanna see the rest of Anna's adventure and finding more sphincters to lick, let us know in the comments. Because we wanna see if you guys enjoy it, and if you do, we can make more that video game content or maybe movie content.
Once inside,
Yeah, who put you in
do
charge?
as I say. Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
That was a bad word.
Yeah.
I don't speak Gish, but
And I was about to say that I would also like large fries with that. And yeah, if you guys want us to see playing this video game on and make like this into an actual let's play, as infused with the commentary about the behind the scenes information about tabletop game design and my grudge about the 20s and how this fight is gonna end, then let us know in the comment, like the video, and don't forget to eat your brains like your mama told you. It's healthy for your bones. Because they have a lot of sodium.
if your brain is high in sodium, you should probably see a doctor.
I saw, but they tried to eat my brain.
We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the gate after we
Oh, I forgot about this little
Connect the nerves.
ugly.
Yeah, maybe we can stop here because this video is like 50 minutes
will
already.
stop here because also we want you to experience this game in full, and we don't really want to spoil it for you. And also, I will probably it will take me another 10 minutes to figure out everything in this fight. So
Yeah,
thank you very much for watching. I hope you had fun. Seeing
tell us
me-
if you want to see the rest of this playthrough or other video games if you want us to play.
I have
or
so many.
movies.
I have so many witchy games that I never have an excuse to play.
I haven't finished Potion Crafter yet.
Ooh, and strange horticulture and witch world.
Yes, anyway. So
Which
yeah,
forest?
let us know if you like this little diversification from talking about RPGs exclusively, and
Bye.
yeah.
Love
See ya.
you.
We're gonna cut.
And now Maggie has to cut it.
Yes. Leave the sphincter.